Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 2. This book focuses on learning how to read and play melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 2 that you can read from and write in. Plus, you can support a music teacher. So I'll leave a link for Melody Guitar 2 in the description. We're on page 45, and we have a duet that involves some tricky counting. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. On page 45, we have number 91, this Echo Song duet. It's in 4/4 time. It's marked allegretto. The play-through was quarter equals 120, which is fairly brisk, but allegretto is medium fast. Now, what you're doing in the Echo Song is part 1 starts off, and then part 2 plays the exact same thing part 1 does 2 beats later. So let's look at part 1. We start off with the high A, which you can play with your 4th finger or your 3rd finger, whatever you like to do. Notice we have some staccatos, so that's all going to be nice and short. And I'm mainly using my pick to cut those notes off. Then we have a rest, and then 1, 2, and 3, 4, now A, and then your low A, then your C. And it's going to be very important all the way through this, especially anything that lasts longer than a half note, to make sure you're counting through every single beat, otherwise both parts are going to get off track. So in the second system, you have a C half note, 1, 2, 3, 4, making sure you're muting on beat 3 and resting on beat 4. Then we have, so that'll be E, G, A, and then down, up, down, down. Then you have an entire measure of rest. Make sure you're counting through that 1, 2, 3, 4, because while you're resting, part 2 is repeating what you played in the previous measure. Third system, watch out for your pick direction, your alternate picking. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Now what I did there in the second measure of the third system is I played that A that's in the staff with my 1st finger so I can reach with my 4th finger more easily to the high A. And I was able to do that pretty easily because right before that A is an open B. So the measure before that you're playing. Now when I do my upstroke and play this open B, I just shift over 1 fret and play 1, 4, 1. And then I shift back to 1st fret for the C's. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. E. 1, 2, staccato, rest, rest. Then you have all 3 A's you've learned. You have your middle A, low A, and your high A, which you can play with finger 3 or finger 4. Now for the most part, guitar 2 is repeating exactly what guitar 1 does. Sometimes it repeats it 2 beats after guitar 1, sometimes it repeats it 4 beats after. So pretty much everything I told you about guitar 1, you just apply to guitar 2 only a few beats later. For example, at the beginning, guitar 2 has 2 beats of rest, so wait for guitar 1 to play the A and the E, and then you play the A and the E. So counting is very important at the beginning. So you think 1, 2, 3, 4, and staccato, rest, and that is repeating exactly what guitar 1 played just 2 beats later. Then you have an entire measure of rest, and then from this point you're repeating what guitar 1 played except 4 beats later. So while guitar 1 is playing in the second system, second measure, the E, A, G, you're resting. You're thinking to yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you repeat it. And then, of course, the alternate picking, all that stuff we talked about, including trying the A, the middle A, with your first finger, so you can reach up for that high A. And then at the very end, it is different. The guitar 1 in the last two measures plays A, low A, and high A. All you do is play a couple middle A's. Your assignment is to practice the duet on page 44. Make sure you learn both parts and work on the fingerings that I showed you. And if you don't have anybody to play along with, go ahead and play along with the video and work on keeping a steady tempo by playing with the video, or play to a metronome so you can choose your own tempo. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar Book 2. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own book that you can read from and write in, so I'll leave a link for Melody Guitar 2 in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 46 for an octave etude.